Hello there, everyone. Talk here with Slick Start Gaming, and welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV, a Realm Reborn. In today's episode of side content, we've got another gathering class for you. This round, it's the Miner class, where we can take pickaxe to rock. A lot. It's the whole episode. Mining. That's it. No crafting. Just mining. Crafting's later. Alright, let's start another gathering class. Well met, adventurer. You stand within the Miners Guild, the place where seekers of the realm's mineral wealth gather. With pickaxe and sledgehammer, we miners work rock and earth that they might yield us ores, fossils, precious stones, and more. If you have a mind to join our ranks, you'll be pleased to know that we are currently recruiting. Great riches await those with strong backs and keen eyes. Let's join the Miners Guild. A decision you will not regret. You've just taken your first step towards striking it rich. Look at the lands around Ul'dah. One would be forgiven for thinking the region barren of opportunity. But beneath the surface, the scene could not be more different. There lie veins of copper, silver, and gold beyond measure. For as long as he has dwelt in Thanalan, man has availed himself of these vast deposits, giving rise to a thriving mining trade, which forms the foundation of our nation's prosperity. Of course, the mining trade as it is today owes much to an event which took place some century and a half ago, namely, the Mad Mithril Rush. Never before had the Sultanate seen such an influx of migrants. Endless throngs came from lands near and far, spurred on with a dream of discovering the Mother Lode. Alas, a harsh reality awaited them. You see, the vast majority of those poor souls were miners in name alone, and they possessed neither the proper equipment nor the training to realize their dreams. To make matters worse, the mining concerns, who in those days held absolute power, did not scruple to exploit them. Presented with a glut of unskilled labor, they proceeded to fill every tunnel to bursting, and atrocious working conditions soon became the norm. Miners were paid up pittance for backbreaking labor and saw naught of the riches they unearthed. Pushed to a breaking point, the workers banded together to form the Miners Guild, with the aim of improving conditions while protecting the integrity of the trade. Since then, we have sought to educate folk in correct mining practices, both to prevent accidents and to curb the impact that our trade has upon the environment. I trust you now have a better understanding of what we do. All that is left is to commit your name to our role. When you are ready to do so, pray, speak with me again. I shall guide you to the enrollment procedure. Let's go! So, are you ready to join the Miners Guild? Way of the Miner! Lynette wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join the Miners Guild. Music to my ears. I, the kind made with one's pickaxe, strikes gold. You must introduce yourself to Guildmaster Ul'dah right away. Her approval is required if you are to be formally admitted to our ranks. In case you're unaware, Ul'dah is perhaps the most accomplished of those miners who still swing a pickaxe. Her understanding of our trade is unsurpassed, and her flair for prospecting uncanny. Her brain, in short, is a veritable gold mine of knowledge. Much of it concerning the mining of gold. Jesting aside, you stand to learn a great deal from her. When you are ready, pray, present yourself to Ul'dah. You'll find her down the steps yonder, over by the bar. You have a bar here? Oh my god, they have a bar here. Well met, adventurer. Ul'dah is my name, and I'm the master for this guild. I think that you wish to become a miner? Well, our doors are open to all who aren't afraid to work hard and get dirty. Thanks to recent advances in refining techniques, it's now possible to smelt even low purity ores. I mention this because it's allowed us to reopen a number of mines which were long thought exhausted, prompting trade to flourish. Truth be told, with business as it is at the moment, we can't take on enough new miners, and few folk make better miners than adventurers, you being a hardy lot and all. What's more, you're well-traveled, which serves to expand the guild's sphere of activity. Oh, but I'm not suggesting you join solely for our benefit. For your part, you'll acquire skills that will speak to your profit. A mutually beneficial arrangement, I trust you'll agree. So, what say you? You'll join us, yes? Absolutely, I am ready to work hard and get dirty. Then I bid you welcome to the Miners Guild. May your toils never go unrewarded. Now then, here's a pickaxe to get you started. It's not the newest, but it should serve a novice well enough. Go on and take it up. See how it feels in your hands. Speak to me again when you're ready, and I'll assign you a little task to help you get into the swing of things. Miner unlocked. Let's go ahead and equip our weathered pickaxe. Wait. Which of my inventory is this full? It's my pants. Okay, we're gonna take that one out. We'll get rid of that later. I'm gonna have to clear some space up. Miner, woohoo! My first pickaxe. Ul'dah wants to assign you your first task. You look good with a pickaxe here, aren't they? Now that you're suitably equipped, your training can commence. A miner learns his craft best in the wilderness, with pickaxe in hand. To begin? I know. Let's see how you fare with good old copper ore. Let me say, 10 chunks? There are deposits of stuff all throughout Thanaland. I doubt you have to go very far outside the city. So you got some promising locations outside the Gate of the Sultana and the Gate of Nald, and then just swing away. The motion may feel awkward at first, but in time, it becomes second nature. Miners use pickaxes and other tools to extract the mineral wealth of Eorzea and gather materials using crafting. Locations that can be mined for resources are known as mineral deposits. To locate mineral deposits, make your way out of the city and then use the miner action known as Prospect. Get rid of this junk, and we start here with Prospect and Triangulate, as well as the Arbor Calls, just like... Wait. I don't remember. How did I have Botanist set up? I actually forgot. Oh, I guess because I never put Prospect in the spot. Okay, I'm going to adjust these just so that they're like having the same general flow. There we go. I like that better. Okay, and since those were gather role actions, that's why we get to start out with them at level 1. Let's see. We need to find the Netherite. And then... it was Gate of the Sultana and one of the other gates. Nald or Thal? I don't remember. Maybe I'll just do Sultana, because I remember that one. Alright, let's click... Oh, finding mineral deposits. Miners can use pickaxes and other digging tools to mine the mountains of Eorzea and gather materials for use in crafting. Locations that are prime for mining are known as mineral deposits. Mineral deposits are only discernible from other stones when using the action Prospect. While this action is active, the location of mineral deposits is displayed on the minimap. Once you've arrived at a mineral deposit, select it to begin mining. Like I said, this is going to work just like... Wait, why did I triangulate? I don't need triangulate. Oh, I guess it's right, you can have both as either class. So I can use Triangulate now to see trees, and I can use Prospect to see rocks. Where are they? Here we go, here's one. Alright, so we need to get 10 chunks of copper ore. Auto Prospect? What the hell? What is that? Automatically activates Prospect upon changing your class to Miner. Oh! We must have got that on Botanist too, probably, when that happened. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Yeah. I should make mention of that. So yeah, now I don't even need to press Prospect anymore. I'll just, as soon as I switch to Miner, we've already got it. Very nice. It's pretty much a dead button to me now, at least on Miner. I can still keep it on bonus, or I think maybe my combat classes potentially. That way I can just like see what's around me if I feel like it, but I'm probably not gonna do that. Okay, and now let's do just a little bit more so we can hit the chat. Get these shards with the muddy water. And oh, this quest won't give me enough experience points to get the next level up. So let's get a few more copper ore. Actually, now, well, no, I'll need to do a little bit more. We're gonna mine one more rock's worth of copper ore. That's one that'll definitely come up in crafting. Oh, I actually didn't even get 10. I thought I did. I'm dumb. There we go. We learned Sharp Vision 2 and Lay of the Land 2. Yay, we've got these now. Wait. Oh, these ones for Arbor. Oh, God. Get those out of here. Get Triangulate off of here. Jesus. Yeah, that's how I want things for sure. I'm gonna fix botanist next time I look at that one. Alright, let's get to the Aetheryte and head back to the Miners Guild. It's 10 chunks of copper ore I want. The metal is common enough in Thanalan. Well, I've got it. Let's see here. 10 chunks, just as I ordered. Well done, Yeranthe. Tell me, is being a miner aught like you imagined? Huh, harder than expected, is it? All new recruits say as much. It takes a combination of knowledge, experience, and instinct to know where to dig. Yet it's ultimately backbreaking labor that yields you your prize. Make no mistake, Yeranthe, mining is grueling work, and you'll be dog-tired most of your waking hours. But tell me, did you not feel invigorated each time your pickaxe struck home? Did you not experience a thrill of triumph when the earth finally yielded up your prize? That is what we miners live for. You may be ripe to collapse, your face caked in weak old dirt, but the promise of discovery drives you on. And the instant you find that which you have long sought, in that sparkling instant, you feel like a god among men. You made a fine start. Now let's see you maintain your efforts. Practice swinging your pickaxe till your arms have learned the motion. Then return here. I have another little task for you. And we'll get our next quest to level 5. Gonna be that way for the whole way in Miner, from 5 to 50. And then, yeah, the amount of gathering we're wearing one. It's just a different color. Oh, ignore those. I was looking at something. Ha. Know thy land. Adalberta wants to teach you the importance of knowing the land. Hello there, Yeranthe. 'Tis good to see you again. Judging by the blisters on your hands, it's plain to see that you've been hard at it with your pickaxe. Good. You're ready for the next stage of your training. Eorzea is a vast realm filled with diverse environments, and her mineral wealth varies from region to region. Even within Thanalan, there's a marked difference between East and West. If you want to be a successful miner, it's essential that you know where to look for what. And for that, You'd become intimate with Eorzea. How else can you expect her to reveal her innermost secrets to you? Getting to know her every square mile is no small undertaking, of course, but the yalms soon add up, as I'm sure you'll find with my next task. I'd like you to seek out 10 bone chips for me. Just so you don't go about it completely blind, here's a hint. You'll find these just beyond the gate of Nald. Off you go now, and happy digging. Bone chip. Seems like an odd thing to mine, honestly. Just go hunt wolves and use their bones. I don't know. I'm not a miner or hunter in real life. Gate of Null, she said. Oh yeah, and like with botanists, so like lay the land 2, shows me my nearest deposit and then the highest level one within range. And oh, lightning shard, that's new, but this is not where I get the bone chip. Try to get that achievement. Where are the bone chips then? Give me a moment. It's time for me to look it up. Bone chips are in the spineless basin. So the steps of Thaw would have been more accurate, not the steps of Nald. Not seeing anything. There were a few things up north, just a touch. Maybe there was nothing in this southern part of the spineless basin. Yeah, there must not be, because I see nothing on our map. Leyland 2? Pull me in the direction. That's a higher level one than those ones, apparently, so I guess we'll try this wherever it's taking us. Oh, it wore off. That one. Ah, level 10. These... There's no bone chips here either. Well, I guess we'll collect one of each. Or try. Oh, nothing on the sword femur. I'll get it another time. Where are the stinking bone chips? 24-1, 26-9. Okay, so it's gotta be this cluster then. There they are. I don't need 10. And we need 2 more. And we'll go ahead and get 2 more. Just to have them. Alright. Back to Ul'dah. Yeah, I can pull up my gather tools like weapon. They all have the paladin stance for some reason. I don't know why. It's like paladin is like just what they do. Remember, that's 10 bone chips. I want you to bring back. Now, good luck. I got them. Precisely 10 bone chips. And done well, yeah, aren't they? No doubt you had trouble tracking these down at first. But each chip you found added to your understanding. For your efforts, you've come to know where best to search for bone chips. And so it goes for everything else we mine. Now, in addition to learning where to find materials, you should also make a point of knowing who needs them. For instance, armorers and blacksmiths are our best customers when it comes to ores, while goldsmiths, well, they'd struggle to apply their trade if we didn't supply them with gold and gemstones. Oh, and I must forget the alchemists. Those fellows can never have too much rock, salt, and cinnabar, and we often rub shoulders with them. In short, know where it comes and whither it goes. To be sure, you still have much and more to learn. There's no substitute for hard work. Oh, and don't look so glum. Just be thankful you don't have to bleed and memorize all that information. You have a gathering log for such stuff. Make good use of it, and you can't go wrong. That's all for now. Keep up your efforts, and visit me again when you've spent more time in the wilds, with your pickaxe in hand. I'll have another task for you when you perfected your swing. For every 5th level you reach the miner, you gain the ability to detect higher level mineral deposits. When this occurs, all new items that are available through gathering will be added to your gathering log. And we can use Lay the Land to help us locate the nearest mineral deposits within skill range. Huzzah! Which one of these did I grab last time? I think it was the culottes. Was that it? Oh, no, I grabbed the gloves, I guess. Or... Oh, wait, no, I'm done. I know why it's not showing, but I'm not currently wearing them. Okay, it's that. So I want the gloves. It's going to be harder to do comparison with this kind of gear. Because it's not like the armor stat doesn't really do anything. It's the gathering and perception stats you need to look at. But... let's go ahead and equip these. There we go. And of course, with the gathering log, we can see the missing items we can get through mining. Neat. The Cutting Edge. Ul'dah needs you to undertake a task in the name of the Miners Guild. Well, there he is, the rising star of the Miners Guild. Oh, don't be like that. I'm only teasing. Which is not to say that isn't true. The fact is, you've been working tirelessly, and you've improved more quickly than I could have hoped. Indeed, I think you're ready to handle a task in the name of the guild. As you probably know, we receive orders from various parties, but most come from Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. The concern actually owns this hall, but they've kindly given us the loan of it. In return, they get first pick of guild talent to work their mines. On occasion, they send requests for us to procure less widely used minerals, commodities required in quantities too small to warrant anything beyond an ad hoc arrangement. One such request happens to arrive just now, and I want you to take care of it, Yarante. This time, the concern needs 10 pieces of obsidian, and I'd like you to procure them. You'll have the best of luck searching around the hammers in Western Thanaland. Western Thanaland it is. The hammers. I think I know where that's at. We'll check the map, though. Yep. The hammers. That's what I thought. Not roulette, please. Thank you. Okay, let's... Okay, there we go. That's the spot. And obsidian, there it is. Alright, so something I go over at the same time in the botanist quest. I'm going to mention it here as well, just because like I don't know what's going to upload first, and or if somebody's only going to watch one or the other. But a cool little thing that you can do in gathering is there's this enable quick gathering button, or checkbox really. I click that, and then I click on obsidian, and now it'll do all of my attempts on just obsidian. I don't get to choose each time I want to hit something. So if you know exactly what you want, you don't care about anything else, you can just do that and make it go quickly. I typically don't, just because I prefer to just hit it manually. It's just how I prefer to do things. And what if, you know, I get my 10? Maybe then I want to get something else. Like, I'm actually going to get some tin ore, because I know that's going to be useful to us later. And we get Stone Whisperer, which allows you to better identify the characteristics of a mineral deposit or rocky outcrop, improving gathering rate when conditions are met. It doesn't tell you anything. It's just gobbledygook. My assumption is that what that means is sometimes my gathering rating will just randomly be higher when I go to a node, which will increase how the odds of me getting items and maybe how many I get. But beyond that, it's very much a nothing tooltip. Oh, that's not where we want to go. I don't want to go to the goblet. I want to go to Ul'dah. It makes no dang sense. Bobo Nima. That's a name. That's an NPC name right there. Alright. We can hit up this Aetheryte and get a quick warp to get closer to the Miners Guild. Now remember, it's 10 pieces of obsidian that we need, and you'll have the best of luck searching around the hammers in Western Thanaland. I got it. Well, this is some fine obsidian. My Kanna-E-Senna will be well pleased. In case you're wondering, the spoils of your labor are bound for the Colosseum. I'm told there'll be an exhibition featuring ancient arms. One of these is the Hito, a wooden sword with shards of obsidian embedded in its edge. Before man learned to work metal, he used various kinds of stone to craft blades for his weapons. Obsidian was among the most coveted, thanks to the razor-sharp edge it could achieve. These days, of course, blades are commonly forged of steel, and obsidian has fallen out of favor. But there's still folk out there willing to pay good coin for it, nevertheless. As an ambitious young miner, you'll do well to pay attention to such customers. Make the effort to stay abreast of demand, and your efforts will be more richly rewarded. You continue to impress with your progress, aren't they? It's past time you learned how to use a sledgehammer. There's a secondary tool used in conjunction with the pickaxe. Thus equipped, you'll be able to break outcrops of bedrock and get to the precious minerals within. Well, what are you waiting for? Go and find a rocky outcrop and get that sledgehammer of yours a swing. And I'll take the shoes. So much like how botany gets the little site where you can go up to bushes and whack at them, for miners we get a sledgehammer, which we can take to rocks and, well, whack at them. Nothing really more to say there. Getting in deep. Adalberta would like you to meet a prominent member of the mining community. Yaren Thay, I've been searching high and low for you. You're a visitor, and no ordinary one at that. I speak of Deep Canyon, vice foreman of Amogina and Sons Mineral Concern. It seems word of your sizable haul of obsidian has reached his ears, and now he wishes to meet with you. I can only speculate as to his intentions. We haven't spoken much of late, you see. Truth be told, I've scarcely seen him. You'd never know it, but we used to be close. Anyway, I suggest you go and see the man. Find out what he wants of you. He's waiting by the entrance. He is? Oh, there he is.
You must be Yaren Thay. I've been waiting for you. I'm Deep Canyon, vice foreman of the concern. I must say, you're not what I was expecting. I was sure Adalberta's newest protege would be an Alamegan, like every other miner this place produces these days. But I'll wager you're from even farther afield, and that you're an adventurer. No offense, but in these parts, adventurers are known for being fickle buggers who break pledges like the rest of us break bread. Truth be told, I've always wondered whether you lot are actually good for Ul'dah. But it seems you're not like the others. Takes more than a jobbing miner to deliver on an order from the concern. I have a mind to assign you work. Real work. But before I do, I'm obliged to test you. I want you to produce 10 ounces of cinnabar for me. Do this, and we'll talk about more lucrative undertakings. Of course, I bet a cinnabar shouldn't pose much trouble for the guild's rise and star. It's but a formality. And speaking of formalities, be sure to tell your guild master about your little test. She's the one in charge around here, after all. I won't have it said that I'm undermining her authority.
Alright, I'll go make sure Adalberta's okay with this. She probably will be. Might be a little annoyed, but... A test from Deep Canyon, you said? I thought as much. In case you don't know, cinnabar is the mineral used to make quicksilver. It's found in certain types of rocks, and you invariably need a sledgehammer to get at it. Now, I don't mean to dampen your spirits, but contrary to what you were told, cinnabar isn't easy to find. In fact, it's known to elude even experienced miners. And here you are, tasked with procuring 10 ounces of the stuff. Safe to say, this test is no mere formality. I may not be able to help you dig, but I can point you in the right direction. Search just outside the Sunrise Gate. The rocky outcrops thereabouts are known to yield cinnabar. 10 ounces may sound like nothing, but take it from me. You have to work for everyone. It's a big task, Yaren Thay, but I believe you're equal to it. Cinnabar. Okay. Where do I find cinnabar? I find it in Western Fenland. Can I eat right there? I'm not entirely sure. I know I can do Central. I think I can go to Western. Yeah. We need to head to 2418. Let's just fly. See, right? Yeah. Ah. Alright, we're almost at the right X. I need to start going further north to get to 18. Getting close to it. Might be right here. Yeah, level 15 rocky outcrop. That's what we want. There's cinnabar. Oh, I've actually already gotten some. Must be on. I must have put the extra I got on a retainer when I was leveling. Nice. We're getting extras because of our perception being higher. It means we get to have double. Actually, that's right. I can use Mountaineer's Gift now. Forgot I had this. Cinnabar has a 49% chance of giving me a second one, so I'm going to use Mountaineer's Gift That's a 59% chance. And we've got our 10. I'm going to go ahead and get iron sand now. Maybe one of copper. There we go. Oh, that was easy. Back to Ul'dah. Where is that wolf coming from? Alright, let's just head this way. Get to the inner part, or the Steps of Thal, rather. I know it's like actually the inner... Like, this part of it is like the inner part of Ul'dah. But then out here it's just like more of the outer ring where the Steps of Nuld are. It's kind of confusing to me, in all honesty. But whatever. Like, I tend to think of Ul'dah as like outside and inside, and it's like, that's technically not true. Like, this part of the map has inside. But it's not all inside.
I want 10 ounces of the cinnabar, and not one less. Oh, and make it quick. I've got other conditions that I've seen without once seeing to.
I got it.
Well, well, the full amount. Congratulations, Yaranthe. You've passed the test. Seems you've got even more potential than I'd been led to believe. The skill's no place for a lad of your talent. I'd make you my personal assistant. Sadly for you, the position's not open to adventurers. Why? Because the concern only employs those whose roots are firmly planted in Ul'dah. I don't want to have to be waiting on you if you're halfway across the world, you see. Our nation owes much of its prosperity to the mining trade, but more and more we see outsiders growing fat off the knowledge of our forebears. Oh, I know full well that they're decent foreigners, out there who gives as much as they get, yourself for one. But ultimately, what belongs to Ul'dah should stay in Ul'dah hands. Of course, the current guild masters doesn't share our way of thinking, which is something I dare say we'll need to see about correcting before long. Might be as business is good, but it's better to be short-handed than to watch outsiders make off with our wealth. But we were talking about you, Yaranthe. You've proven yourself capable, and the concern will have more work for you in the coming days. Depend on it.
You're being a hypocrite. You're just saying that the guild should only have people that are from Ul'dah, and yet you're willing to hire me as a member of the guild who is not from Ul'dah and is an adventurer. You're just being a bigot.
Before I go, here's some free advice from me. Pay more attention to your gear. What you wear and wield affects how well you work. Even a decent pair of gloves can make a world of difference. Take my word for it. These things cost money, 'tis true. But what's the price of a pair of gloves compared to the untold wealth that lies out there, just waiting to be dug up? And on that note, I'll be off. I don't doubt we'll meet again soon, assuming you stick with the trade long enough, that is.
Certain gear grants bonuses to your gathering, perception, and GP values. A higher gathering rating improves your chances of obtaining an item, and a greater perception raises the amount of items obtained. An additional GP increases your extracting stamina. Outfitting yourself with an eye to your objectives will increase the efficiency of your gathering endeavors. And I'm actually going to take the gloves. That's the only thing here that's an upgrade. We also get Stone Whisperer 2, which, let's check, allows you to better identify the characteristics of a mineral deposit or rocky outcrop, increasing gathering attempts when conditions are met. So just randomly, we'll be able to gather more, do more than 4 attempts at gathering, like 5 or 6, or if we're lucky, 8. Pretty nice. Let's see our new gear set. There it is. I'm just wearing wristbands there now. Huzzah. Old wisdom, new ways. Ul'dah has a mind to teach you about materia. Oh no. Guarantee. I hear you managed to pass the Vice Foreman's test. Well done. I never doubted that you'd manage it, but I'm proud of you all the same. Now tell me, did Deep Canyon have any words of advice for you by any chance? I see. In case you're wondering, the Vice Foreman used to be a miner himself. But more than that, he used to be my mentor. My father was a miner too, but he died in a cave-in when I was but a child. The guild's been a home to me ever since, and its members, my family. I grew up here, watching girls sing and dance on that very stage. I even joined them for a while. It seemed the best way to please my adopted family. I didn't want to become a miner back then, you see. After what happened to my father, I could scarcely face the thought of spending a moment underground. Never mind a lifetime. Not that the stage seemed to be much better, which left... what, exactly? Having been surrounded by miners for as long as I can remember, I began to wonder if I truly belonged among them. I even considered leaving. It was then that one of the guild's brightest and best took me by the hand and showed me the joys of mining. I speak, of course, of Deep Canyon. He taught me everything he knew, which was a great deal, and the more I learned of mining, the closer I felt to my father. I owe a lot to Deep Canyon, despite how things turned out. But I'm rambling now. I'm only to tell you that the man knows what he's talking about. When it comes to mining, at least. Now, it's high time I taught you something. You are here to learn, after all. It concerns the Vice Foreman's advice to you. It speaks true. A miner who neglects his gear can't hope to work to his full potential. In the past, if you want to improve your gear, you had little choice but to replace it. But these days, we have materia. By your confused expression, I take it you're not familiar with the stuff? Well then, I reckon a lesson is in order. Simply put, materia is a kind of crystal that enhances the properties of equipment it's attached to. The attachment process is fairly simple, but that wasn't always the case. Time was you needed substances called catalysts, and digging the stuff up once formed a healthy part of a miner's workday. Now, even though no one needs catalysts anymore, there's still educational merit in the gathering. To that end, I want you to try your hand at mining a variety of it, namely Grade 1 carbonized matter. 15 fragments ought to do it. You'll have the best luck searching around the Deneville checkpoint over in Middle Lenosha. Oh, and you'll most definitely need your sledgehammer. Middle Lenosha. Alright, let me find more specific information. It's called what? Grade 1 something? Grade 1 carbonized matter. That's what we're looking for. Let's see here. Where to go? Middle. So 1510 is where I need to go. So very west. I should use sneak just in case. This is actually something that both the gatherer classes can get. Both miners and botanists can get this stuff. Oh, wait, what was it? 1510. I need to go north a bit now. So if people don't like mining, would they like botany, or they don't like botany, they just want to do mining? Both of you can get it. Oh, I can't get doubles of it. Sad. I will just use Sharpers and 2 then. Make it 100% chance. Now I gotta find more spots. Ooh. Oh, Gallows Boon plus 40%. We can't do Gallows Boon on this. Sadness. All right, one more node will do the trick. All right, let's go back. So I'm looking up something here. So something I found about this particular item is that back during a long time ago, I'll just say a long time ago, or now, you actually needed this item in order to do materia melding. They changed that, and now they just made it so that it's only needed, or it's not needed, it's, change my words here. They changed that back during the Stormblood expansion. The item only still exists for the class quests. That's it. I don't know why they didn't just like give you a different quest, but maybe they just want to have it as like a bit of history. How got you search for carbonized matter? Don't forget, it's 15 fragments I want. Aye, precisely 15 fragments of grade 1 carbonized matter. Well done, Yaranthe. Now, I expect you're keen to learn about materia. The first thing I should tell you, that it's not been around for long. In Eorzea, at least. Knowledge of its use only came to our shore a few years back. Would it come from Garlemald or something? The process of enhancing equipment goes something like this. First, you take well-worn gear and extract materia from it. Don't ask me how. Oh wait, no, this is stuff that Mutamix found out, wasn't it? You then take that materia and attach it to the item you want to enhance. It's this procedure known as melding. That once required catalysts like the kind you brought me. Oh wait, that means they changed the dialogue for this then. Instead of just like replacing the quest. Interesting. I should mention at this point, the actual task of melding is something that only skilled disciples of the hand should attempt. That's weavers, goldsmiths, armorers, blacksmiths, culinarians, somehow. I don't quite understand how they're able to do it, but hey, you know. Good for them. These people used to depend on us disciples of the land to supply them with catalysts. Then, catalyst-free melding was discovered. And we lost another small source of work. But that's just progress for you, and I try to be happy about it. Now there's various kinds of materia, each offering unique benefits. And as I'm sure you've guessed, some of them can be exceedingly useful to miners. It's these which I recommend you seek out. Once you find a material you like, you just either ask a friendly disciple of the hand to do the melding for you, or learn how to do it yourself. I'm sure there's one among your acquaintances. Alright, what do I want to get here? What would be a good upgrade? That's gonna be 6 points. I already had a swap. 2 points. And 1 point difference. Yeah, we're going with the Cotton Quiff. Oh god, my armor just is full again. No! There we go. Oh god. Water from stone. What? Ul'dah needs you to take on the work of an indisposed guild member. Yaranthe, you couldn't have come at a better time. One of our numbers been taken ill, you see, and I need someone to handle the work assigned to him. Tell me, are you familiar with effervescent water? Alchemists used to make a substance called natron. And bakers use natron for leavening, that is, raisin dough. Without it, there'd be no ginger cookies, crumpets, blood currant tarts. As you may have gathered, I'm fond of the odd sweeter three. Of course, effervescent water is good for more than just bacon. A lot of miners ask for a drop of it in their drinks. Makes the stronger stuff that bit more refreshing, see? And let me tell you, there's nothing better to wash away the dust of a hard day's mining. But you didn't come here to hear my thoughts on food and drink. You came here to learn about mining. And so you shall. by procuring some effervescent water for me. The Alchemist Guild needs 15 bottles of the stuff and urgently. They couldn't stress that enough. From what I can make out, they themselves are scrambling to fulfill an urgent order of natron from the Bismarck in Limsa Laminsa. It's one of Eorzea's finest restaurants, in case you didn't know. Anyway, you'll best get going. You'll need to work fast to make up for all the time I wasted chattering about sweets and grog. Oh, and you're the best luck mine around Buscaron's Scar over in the Black Shroud. Just Black Shroud? You're not gonna tell me which part of the shroud? Oh, okay. Thank you. Effervescent water. Let me just look that up. That is going to be in the South Shroud. How many did I need? Was it 15 or something? It is, and I already have one because I was doing a little mining while leveling earlier. Ha. Though I realized when also looking at leave quests, like, oh, these are way, way better. A fraction of the time and so much more experience. There we go. Effervescent water. Let's get it. Let's go ahead and use... Oh yeah, we have new things. We have solid reason now. We can get an extra attempt at gathering. Bountiful yield. Increase the number of obtained on my next gathering attempt. I'm going to go ahead and use, though... Let's get Sharp Vision 2 up. Get Mountaineer's Gift. I'll also do Bountiful's Yield. And I'll use that one every time. Well, I guess not every time, because I only have enough for one more. Look there, I got 3, I get another 3, and I'm just gonna get 2 and 2. Or 1 and 2. Look, we got 9 from that one node. Our GP is sadly gone, but worth it. And we're already done. Back to Ul'dah. "15 bottles of effervescent water, quick as you can. And remember, I like to find in Buscaron's Scar or in Gridania's South Shroud." Yeah, I know, I got it. Right in the nick of time. My thanks, Yaranthe. I'll see to it these are sent over immediately. But before I do, I should probably expand a bit on what we were talking about earlier. You mean the grog or the sweets? What? No. The part about mixing spirits with effervescent water. See, I wasn't lying when I told you a lot of folk find the combination refreshing. It is refreshing. In fact, adding a bit of bubbly water makes the stuff go down so easily. You have to be careful not to drink your stuff under the table. I say this partly for your own good, and partly because the lad whose task you just took care of, well, he wasn't careful. Death sawed through up right where you're standing. Oh, but it didn't end there. He then slipped in his own puke and split his head open on the bar on his way down. Suffice to say, it won't be working for a while. Thankfully, you took up the slack, and all is well with the guild once more. I could do with a few more like you, Yaranthe. Keep up the good work, you hear? I'm gonna take... Was it the gloves I wore or the boots? The boots. Obsidian Race. Ul'dah has a mind to assign you a challenging commission. Yaren Thay. Just the person I was about to send for. There's an order I want your help with, see? It comes from the Gladiators Guild via the Vice Foreman himself. You recall the time I had you procure obsidian? Well, this time, I need you to find Wyvern obsidian, which was a good deal rarer. How rare, you ask? Let's just say I've handled this stuff no more than a dozen times in my life. So yeah, that'll be a bugger to find. But don't worry, you won't be working alone. It just so happens that one of your guild mates has volunteered for the task. And considering how difficult it's like to be, I decided to have the two of you work together. Your partner's name is Wide Gully, and he's waiting for you on the far side of the stage. Go over and introduce yourself, and he'll tell you everything you need to know. Run along now. Oh, and good luck.
That don't sound reassuring. You must be Yaren Thay, the Guildmaster's pet. I've heard much and more about you. They tell me you've got talent. Trouble is, you're an adventurer. And anyone with an honest sense knows adventurers can't be trusted. Ul'dah is sorely mistaken if she thinks you're any different. Likewise, she's sorely mistaken if she thinks I'm gonna help you find 15 chunks of Wyvern obsidian. I'd sooner fall on my own pickaxe than see you take the credit for my hard work. That said, I'm not about to risk getting kicked out of the guild for disobeying a direct order. Luckily, there's other ways to handle this. What do you say to a contest? It's nigh on as good as cooperating, and so long as the client gets what he wants, Ul'dah won't have cause to complain, now will she? So here's the deal. We mine for Wyvern obsidian separately. And whoever brings back the better haul, that's to say, the purer haul, is the winner. Simple, yeah? Now we both know I've been doing this a lot longer than you, and I won't have it said that I trounced a novice. So to make this more interesting, I'll give as long as you want. For all the good it'll do you. Oh, and you can even go and talk to the client if you like. His name's Roger, and you'll find him outside the Gladiators Guild. Might be as he can tell you something useful. Alright, prick. People just hate adventurers. It's like, oh, they can't be trusted. It's like, why? Because we're always flying off with the like first sign of trouble, and that we want to go like, do it. I don't mean like run away from trouble. I mean like running towards trouble. Instead of a case of oh squirrel, it's ooh fight. Man, some of us want to do more things. Hi, I'm Roger. What can I do for you? Got yourself to a contest with White Gull, you say? I don't envy you, mate. I don't know much about mining myself, but I do know that White Gully is good at his job. You can't be deep, can you, son, without knowing a thing or two about being a miner? Miner? Yeah. Anyway, I have no idea whose idea this contest of yours was. If it means I get goods of better quality, you won't get any complaints from me. Now, you wanted to ask me about Wyvern obsidian, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you what little I know, but remember, I'm a gladiator, not a miner. Saying that, I haven't graced the bloodstands for a while. Took a nasty blow to the knee, you see. Rest assured, the fellow that dealt it got far worse. Anyway, I'm all mended and ready to make my return, and I want it to be glorious, you know? Something that'll be sung by the bards. So I thought a shiny new sword was in order. There's nothing like a plumed oak makuahito to draw a crowd. Why? Well, because it doesn't have a single piece of metal in it. Makuahime don't as a rule. Aye, not a speck of metal. But if you wield it right, the shards of Wyvern obsidian embedded in the blade will cut armor like a hot knife through butter. But I'm rambling. You want to know where to find the stuff, not what I plan to do with it. I feel like I recall a conversation I had with a miner a while back. We were talking about Makuahime and,
Oh, did I mention that's what you call more than one Makuhiro? Well, it is. Where was I? Oh, yeah, right. We were chatting about Makwame, and the fellow said that he'd previously dug up women obsidian around Thal's Spite in eastern Thanalan. And, well, that's all I know. Hope it helps. Eastern Thanalan. I can do that. Thank you for telling me. Some quests don't. Now, specifically, the place that we need to go to is going to be the coordinates of 25-7 at 16-4. Which is going to be a bit a ways. Let's see, that's going to be... Wow. Pretty much all the way over. Okay. Hang in there, aren't they? Alright, I think I might be able to start right here. Wyvern Obsidian! Huzzah! Alright, let's use... Oh, we have an 8% chance. I'm just going to do Mountaineer's Gift. Actually, no. Let's make it 100% chance. Sharp Vision, then Mountaineer's Gift. Let's go. Oh, I can get Saltpeter, too. So I'm also saying this about the same time in the botanist videos. Actually, I didn't say I'm the fisher when I got to this point, because I did the fisher quest for level 31st. But at this point, you know, things have been kind of disconnected, right? We're just like being asked to go get things. There's been no storyline, no real connective tissue. I don't remember offhand. Maybe we'll find out soon. I don't remember offhand if that changes for the Realm Reborn Gatherer quest. I know in later expansions it will, because I specifically remember the botany quest. I actually don't remember the minor quest too well, now that I think about it. But I remember like the Heavensward botany quest decently well. Overall, arcing points-wise at least. Oh, I guess we'll get saltpeter. Because I haven't gotten that, and we already have all the obsidian. So, like, I know eventually we'll get some storylines. I just don't recall if we have to wait till Heavensward or if I'll be getting it, like, maybe on the next quest. It's possible. But with that, we got our obsidian, wyvern obsidian. And let's go show up Wide Gully. He's kind of rude. I don't like him. That guy's dead on the ground. What's the matter? Don't tell me you're having trouble finding a paltry 15 chunks of wyvern obsidian. Actually? Oh, managed to scrape together the required amount, did you? Well then, let's see your sorry specimens just for the sake of formality. Volga, me? They're black as night. That's some of the purest stuff I've ever seen. What the fuck? How in the seven hells did you find these? You, a mere adventurer. Plot. What? Ignorant. Ugh, I'm loath to admit it, but your obsidian's superior to mine. Might be as you bested me on quality, but there's more to being a miner than that, is there? You need to be able to get the client what he wants when he wants it. In other words, you need speed. Without it, quality counts or not. Ah, that's fair. I was by far the faster man, so we'll call it a draw.
but mark my words, I'll best you next time, both on speed and quality. I'll see to it the Obsidian gets to Roger. In the meantime, why don't you go and tell the guild master all about it? And I care not what you say.
Actually, I think we're starting the storyline with Miner now. I seem to recall there's going to be more with Wide Gully. I don't know if it'll be immediate, but I do recall more. Yaranthe, and how'd you find work with Wide Gully? What? He challenged you to a contest? Oh my fucking god. As if the task weren't difficult enough. I'm terribly sorry, Yaranthe. That was hardly fair of him. He's a born miner. I'm sorry, wait, what's that? You beat him. Truly. But he's one of the guild's very best. Huh. Well done, my lad. Oh, he claimed he was faster though, did he? Well, speed is important, but White Gully set the rules, and by those rules, you won. Fair and square. You've come a long way, Yaranthe. A long way. It makes me proud to be your mentor. At the same time, though, I must admit that the miner in me can't help feeling some envy. But it's that which keeps a veteran like me on my toes. Like the fella like fire in my belly. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Keep doing what you're doing, Yaranthe, and I'll do my damnedest to keep up. Ha ha! I want either... Yeah, I want the gloves. Amethysts are forever. Adalberta has an order she would like you to handle. Good to see you again, Yaranthe. You'll be pleased to know that Roger was deeply impressed with the obsidian you got for him. More so than that, he was impressed you bested Wide Gully in the contest. 'Tis no ordinary miner who can outdo the vice foreman's own son. Lest you wonder, I knew full well who Wide Gully's father was when I tried to pair you both up. I also know for a fact that he has his sights on my position. There's some who whisper in my ear that I should expel him from the guild, but I can't help but think that's short-sighted. After all, it's hardly a crime to want to be guild master. What's more, Wide Gully is a tremendously gifted miner, and I'm not in the business of punishing excellence. To be sure, I'm still better overall, but I'm not above admitting there are certain areas in which he's more knowledgeable. I tell you this because you'll need to speak with him again for your next task. We've received an order for 20 raw amethysts, and none among us know more about the stones than he does. Now I realize you two didn't exactly get off on the right foot with Wide Gully. The two of you are guildmates, and guildmates help one another no matter the differences. Or at least they fucking should. Well, let's see how that goes.
Strolling on over, bold as you please, after humiliating me the other day. You've got some gall, adventurer. I know why you're here. I heard about the order for raw amethysts too. No doubt you're wondering where to find them, and you're after my hard-earned knowledge. Well, I'll gladly share it with you. Why so obliging, you ask? 'Cause the knowledge ain't gonna be worth a damn to you. That's why. You'll find all the raw amethysts you can near about the Hopeseed Pond over in the Central Shroud. The problem has to do with the beasties inhabiting the place more than naught else. Lindworms, stropers, sprites. I hear tell even Jaded Jody's made her home there. Oh, that's one of the Fate bosses. Even Realm Reborn would have trouble taking a stroll through that neck of the woods, let alone a common adventurer playing at miner. I don't expect to see you back here with 20 hairs on your head, much less 20 of them stones. Ha! This poor lad doesn't know. We have sneak. Anyways, I was not paying attention. Where am I going? Central Shroud. Thank you. Where specifically, though, I'm unclear. But I know how to find out, and I have the answer. Oh yeah, Whoopsie Pond. He did say that.
That's gonna be... I thought it was gonna be right there. Oh, right over here. All right, we're getting close. Ah, here we go. Seeing spots on our mini map. So, 20 raw amethysts. Let's see here. Okay, 89% chance. Let's do Mountaineer's Gift. And also get raw peridot and granite here. Wait, why am I delivering these to Wide Gully? Why is that the quest? I guess he wants to inspect them and just make sure, like, I'm delivering a quality product. I'm actually got real amethyst and I actually went to the correct place. We gotta make him learn not to underestimate us. I mean, come on, we destroyed the castrum and the ultimate weapon. Like, come on now. We're not just a mere adventurer. We can handle ourselves. Ooh, we had the rare chance of... Really? 89% chance I missed twice while I'm trying to get hyped with the fact that Gatherer's Boon chance added plus 40% to our chance of getting a double. Very disappointing when we had that bonus. We just missed 2 of them. Like, come on. Work with me here, game. Work with me. Alright, there's our 20. Then we got a granite. So that's now in our log. And then we'll get the peridot. Or as I used to call it when I was young, peridot. What can I say? Alright, with that success, we go back to Ul'dah. We're getting pretty close to being done with these gatherer quests. We're doing the level 35 ones now, so that means there's only going to be 3 more. 40, 45, and 50. Not too much more for us to do. Hey, Wide Gully, I got something to show you. Bugger me! You mined these amethysts? I can't believe you made it past all them nasty creatures. Yeah, it's called sneaking. Though it might be as it's time I stop being so surprised. You goddamned adventurers come through more often than I care to admit. Any road, it's one thing to find the amethysts, but I don't even know aught about them, their properties, what they represent. Thought not. Well, here's a free lesson. Amethysts are lightning aspected gemstones, prized as embodiments of calmness, decisiveness, and intuition. And coming back with such a large haul of them, it seems you've got all these things. I might have been hasty to pass judgment, but the more I see you work, the more I see why the Guildmaster's so fond of you. I never imagined an adventurer would give me my toughest competition. And here I was, learned better than that, and take every adversary earnestly. Seems I'll have to redouble my efforts if I'm to secure my place as the best in the business. Don't you worry about the precious amethysts you brought. I'll see them safe to the guild stores. I look forward to our next contest, adventurer. That's when I'll draw the pickaxe home that I am the better miner. I don't think that's gonna happen, guy. Alright, let's take... we won't even be able to wear that hat, will we? Ugh, let's take the gloves, then. 'Cause, 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 'c to die for. Ul'dah would like to entrust you with a difficult task. Have you heard, Yarnthe? The latest tally has you tied with Wide Gully as the guild's highest earner. You started out as a novice with a rusty pickaxe. Now you're one of the stoutest pillars. You've truly come a long way, my friend. I find myself returning to you more often for difficult orders, the bulk of which have been coming from Deep Canyon. As you should well know from past expeditions, these tend to entail going to dangerous locales. I'm loath to put my people in harm's way, but the concern owns us. Rather. In truth, if not in name. It'd be ill done to refuse their requests, no matter how onerous. But just this once, I have a mind to do just that. I can't in good conscience order you to a wild place like Kurthis merely for the sake of 20 pieces of jade. Aye, that's what Deep Canyon is requesting this time, and if I had to send someone, you've rightly proven yourself the best candidate. But you should understand how risky the endeavor is. Think long and hard before you go do something we both regret. While you're mulling it over, though, I should let you know that Wide Gully wanted a word. You'll find him in the usual place.
I take it you've heard about the job, and I can tell from the look in your eyes you're already on board with giving it a go. When you came back with the amethyst that last time, you came to realize something. A true miner must be prepared to risk life and limb for its prize. Mining for jade at no less a place than Haldraft's March in Kurthis would be the perfect way to put my conviction to the proof. I challenge you to another contest. The first to find 20 pieces of jade and deliver them to Ul'dah is the winner. The superior miner by all objective measures.
Okay, so this time you don't care about quality, you only care about speed? Okay. Well, we gotta go to Kurthis. Where exactly in Kurthis? I will need to look. Let's see here. Near Dragonhead. We're going to go to 24-19-9. Oh, we're already there. Right, this is Dragon. For some reason, I thought down here was Dragonhead. No, that's well, I guess. Oh, that's why I thought that. But this is Camp Dragonhead. I see my confusion. Anyways, let's get to mining. Well, that's not. Wait. This spot only has ice shards. I need to go further this way. Oh, get over the castle. 24-99. Oh no, I saw him. It's right over here. There we go. Like, where are they? There we go. Jade. Let's do some sharp vision. Let's do some Mountaineer's Gift. Only got 4? Really? That's a disappointment. That's what my parents called me. Wow. Gather's Boon is really not triggering, huh? I mean, I know it's only a 30% chance, but I've seen it trigger at that far more often before. Kind of disappointing. There we go. I just had to complain a little. Oh, okay, fuck you. If I can get it to trigger just once more, this next node should be our last. But I also want to get some of that raw zircon. Oh, I don't have enough GP anymore. Hey, excellent. Come on, don't miss. Fuck you. God damn it, game. Maybe I just need to keep my mouth shut. Alright. Oh, I didn't mean to get another one. Okay. Raw Zircon. Yay, new item. Alright, let's go back to Ul'dah. We gotta be faster than Wide Gully. We missed a few of our swings, but also, can he teleport? I think not. He might be able to. I don't know. Not everybody is able to. I'm not sure like what the distinction is, but like the average person, to my awareness, can't really attune to Aetherytes and just warp between them as quickly and often as we do. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I am. I always get tripped up here for some reason. I understand why Gully has challenged you yet again. I know the temptation to seek out victory, whatever the cost, but winning ain't everything. You do what's right for you, Yaranthe. Oh, I will. You can trust that. By the 12, this is the Jade, and such fine samples too. Congratulations are in order. You've won the contest. By default, that is. But Gully never got his 20 pieces, you see. As he went about his work, he lowered his guard and was attacked by a fell fiend. His wounds were such that it was all he could do to run to safety. His whole body is somewhat worse for wear, and he's like to be out of action for a while. But that's not the worst of it. More than the wounds you can see, I worry for his state of mind. He saw you as a rival to surpass, but he ended up losing in a contest he himself devised. Again. That kind of disappointment is enough to break most people. Trust me, I know. But I pray that Wide Gully has the strength to get back up on his feet and take up the pickaxe once more. It'd be a shame to lose one so gifted. Let's return to the matter before us, though. I wasn't exaggerating about the quality of this jade. Its purity and strength, I'll need to see why it's thought of as the embodiment of immortality. Since ancient times, man has chosen to adorn his tools and garb with it. Imbuing yourself with the everlasting is certainly an attractive notion. And no one is more aware of that tradition than Wide Gully. It's for that very reason I intend to create for him a gift of jade. The stone bears my hopes that he will rise again, no matter how often the spinner might see fit to test him and bring him to his knees. Alright, what do I want to get here next? Probably the legs. It's the legs and the gloves, I think. Huzzah. Gully of Woes. Ul'dah has a personal favor to ask of you. Yaranthe, I was hoping you'd come by. I need your help with something. It concerns Wide Gully. He's recovered from the wounds he suffered in Kurthus, and resumed his mining for the guild. Wonderful news, to be sure. But one thing yet troubles me. You see, Wide Gully's been taking on far more tasks than a single man should. Some attribute his newfound fervor to the sting of losing that ill-conceived jade contest. But I suspect there's more to the tale. I tried to broach the subject with him, but he's as stubborn as an oryx, insisting it's not my imagination. But I know there's something, and where I failed, you might succeed. Strange though this may sound, you're the closest thing he has to a friend here. So I beg you, Yaranthe, speak with Wide Gully and try to learn what ails him. Do what you can to ease his burdens. No doubt Ul'dah sent you. She's been on me something fierce since I came back. It doesn't matter why you're here or at whose request. The simple truth is, I need your help. I've got a secret that'll be sure to bring great shame on my family, but I need to tell someone, and I know you're an honest sort. Legends of the concern have been tampered with, and I'm being credited for work I didn't do. Wasn't keen on believing it, but the culprit, is my own father. I first suspected something was off when I received my last evaluation. I know better than anyone what I do around here, and I knew I wasn't working that much. I looked over the concern's record of its dealings with the guild, and sure as day, I found some right damning evidence. Didn't know whether to laugh or cry. I never wanted it said that I had a leg up in the guild becoming the vice foreman's son. If I was to succeed, I wanted it to be by my own hands. Learning that my old man was falsifying my accomplishments was like a punch to the gut. And that's why I've been working so feverishly of late. By fulfilling enough orders, I'm hoping to turn my father's lies into truth. But I've taken on more jobs than I've got hands to juggle them with. So like I said, adventurer, I need your help. Whatever happened, or I'd say I'm swallowing my pride to ask you this, but I've got no pride left. Whatever happens from here on out, I'm a miner, first and foremost, and I just want to do my job. Right now, the order giving me the biggest headache is one for 20 chunks of electrum ore. You can find the stuff south of Camp Bronze Lake over in Upper Lenosha. Please hurry, and thanks. Camp Bronze Lake, we know where that is. Electrum. That one currency in D&D that nobody ever remembers, because it's like a weird half step in between silver and gold. Alright. Should be just down here. Right there. Electrum ore. Oh, 91%. Okay. Oh, gather yield +1. Whoa. Wait a minute. We didn't get the effects of the gathering yet because we don't have a high enough gathering. Damn. Wondering what was going on. Pride Lork? What? What is that name? Ooh, our gathering boot is mega up. Nice. 2 nodes, we're already at 13. Wait, no. That's not where it is. It's over here. I got confused by where Pride Plork was. Oh, a map? Ooh. You know what? We'll grab it. We'll talk about that later. Can I even do maps right now? I think I can. Yeah, we can. So maps, you can get those from gathering, either mining, botany, or fishing. And there's a bunch of different kinds that are at various levels of difficulty to clear. Some maps are meant for just one person to do. Some are meant for a whole party of 8. Although, even the most recent maps you can do with a group of 2. You could do with just 2 people. Probably even just 1. But I've been doing it with a group of a few friends on a weekly basis. Trying to get some cool stuff. If I can get a particular thing, I want to transfer it over to this character. Let's grab the raw turquoise because we can. And as it says there on the thing, fish have to use the snagging action in order to get maps. I'll do... I don't know when I'm going to do that, but I've got that map now, so might as well use it at some point. Anyways, back to Ul'dah. Wait. Oh, there it is. Wide gully. Have you got the 20 chunks of Electrum more yet? I sure do. I couldn't have mined better or myself. You've done me a great kindness. Gratitude rolls queerly off my lips, does it? Huh. Mayhap that's something that comes more natural with time. It's only my pride that held it back before, and as I've said, I've none of that left. I have to work harder than ever now to make my fictionalized accomplishments more just ink on parchment. As of now, I'm a fraud. Plain and simple. Not unlike this Electrum, really. 'Tis impure stuff. Gold mixed up with silver and other metals. What am I saying? That comparison ain't fair to Electrum. At least that alloy is worth something. You see, when refined, Electrum takes on an opulent whitish hue not seen in other metals. And there's certain things that can't be made without it. So it's pretty prized by crafters. No, if I'm to liken myself to any metal, it'd have to be common brass. Stuff's pretty enough to look at when polished, but worth little and less. I had dreams of being special. A one-of-a-kind type of miner everyone respected. But now I just... Enough. Enough of this brooding. I hate myself as it is. No need to add being a whiny sop to my list of failures. You saved my hide today, Yaranthe, and I'll find a way to repay the debt. Mark my words. Man, guy. We gotta confront... we better be confronting... Words. We better be confronting your father on the next quest, because... I want to have words with him. I want to have words. Canyon of Regret. Ul'dah is gravely concerned for the fate of an old friend. Yaranthe, thank the gods you're here. It's Wide Gully. He's gone and filed a complaint against his father to the concern, citing an abuse of power. It has forced Deep Canyon into a difficult position, to say the least. Now, the two of us haven't exactly seen eye to eye of late. I still owe the man a great debt. I would go to him and offer what aid I could, but he's like to spurn even the attempt. I know full well how much I've already asked of you, but I would be eternally grateful if you'd lend Deep Canyon aid in my stead. To get started, it might be best to see what possessed his son to inform on his own flesh and blood. I mean, from what I've already heard, I'm Team Wide Gully, and not Deep Canyon. Thank you. I hear the Guildmaster's bidding again? Well, I see no reason to tell you about the situation. You know most everything, any road. My old man was foisting dangerous jobs with the guild, forcing its members to risk life and limb for his own agenda. If that ain't the very definition of abuse, I don't know what is. You yourself were on the receiving end of this. I'm sure you'll recall. Kin or no, I couldn't stand by and watch my guildmates being used like pawns in his game. So I went to the concern's upper management and filed a complaint. He hasn't said a word to me since, but I have a guess that he might be willing to speak with you. You've certainly done your fair share for the guild. He's out by the entrance right now, in case you want to hear his side of the story. Oh, I'll listen, but I don't think I'm going to like what he has to say. Well, it's been some time, Yaranthe. You're doubtless here as regards my son's accusations. Well, it's just as he claims, really. Now, this ain't gonna spare me what's coming, but I had a reason for my actions. Vengeance. That's not it. Oh my god. I was supposed to become master of the Miners Guild. Everyone knew I had the best claim, but Ul'dah robbed me of the honor. Me, the man who taught her nigh everything she knows about her trade. She went behind my back and conspired with my predecessor, and then fancy who ends up being chosen to lead. By way of payback, ever since I became vice foreman, I've striven to make Uldah's life harder than trying to mine with a dull pickaxe. Guy, you're an idiot. I'm just gonna say it right here, right now.
you're an idiot. All those outrageous demands to make her look incompetent. At the same time, I went about ensuring my son was well placed to take over as guildmaster. And my plan was about to bear fruit too. Till you came along and ruined it all by being my son's better. By your expression, I take it you're doubtful of the tale. Well, you need only ask your dear guildmaster. She can vouch for everything I've said. Even if she did conspire to make sure that you weren't the guildmaster, considering what you just admitted to, I think she probably had a justified reason. Fuck you. What? Wait. Deep Canyon believes I cheated him out to become a guildmaster? Oh, that's not it at all. I never aspired to this position. Gods, I was only an Alamegan refugee, working as hard as I could to get by. I never even dreamed that I could rise as I did. And I suspected even less that it was that self-same dedication to my work that would lead to me being chosen. If I had known that accepting the mantle would tear us apart, lamenting the past won't avail us. I only know that I wouldn't be where I am without the man. I can't allow this misunderstanding to cause Deep Canyon everything. Nah, I say fuck him. I simply couldn't bear it. I'm not sure there's aught we can still do for him at this point, but we must try. Listen, Wide Gully is the one who filed the complaint. If you were to throw your own weight behind some of my concerns, then maybe he could yet do something. Please, Yaranthe. It would mean so much. Okay, but I'm just gonna say right now, I want Deep Canyon to no longer have anything to do with the guild. That man has already proven that he's a piece of shit. Ul'dah was a help, my old man. Ugh. Truth be told, it ain't my wish to see his career destroyed neither. I only wanted to teach him a lesson. Make him know that he can't just use people for his own ends. But now the concerned knows it's been taken out of my hands. In their eyes, my father's actions have jeopardized relations with the Miners Guild, and nothing could be worse. So they've given him a test. If he's to remain vice foreman, he must prove at the inquest that he still has the confidence of the guild. And they ain't interested in no words. They want hard evidence. That is to say, they're demanding that someone from the guild show him loyalty by going and digging up 3 of the toughest damn chunks of ore there is to find. Dark steel. Problem is, he's got no allies in the guild on account of his own behavior. I certainly don't qualify for the task being his son, and Ul'dah can't do it neither, because she's the bleeding guild master. That's just how it works. This leaves you, Yaranthe. We don't have much time before the inquest begins, so you'll have to hurry. And I wasn't exaggerating it for. Dark Seal's elusive as all hells, located in the snowy reaches of Kurthis and nowhere else. To actually find the stuff, you'll first need to use your Truth of Mountains technique to locate unspoiled mineral deposits. Then, and God knows why, you have to survive a night in the cold for the deposits to reveal themselves. Finally, you dig, and you pray. When you have enough chunks of dark steel ore, take them to Ul'dah. I'll make sure she knows what's going on. Okay, so I need to hurry. I waited to start this quest to a point where I thought I would have time. I didn't think there'd be this much talking. Dark steel ore is only available, will only spawn between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. in game time. It's currently 2:50 a.m. Let's hurry and go. So long as I get there before 4, it's fine. But I'm now just like, oh god, I gotta get there quick. Oh good, it's right here. Oh, thank fuck. I was panicking. Okay. Ooh, shit. Okay, give me a moment to look at what we got here. Hello. Also got Mountaineers give 2, raises our gather speed by 30%. Go ahead and trigger that. Alright, got Dark Steel Ore. I want to get some Gregarious Worm because it's a rare. Get Dark Master Cluster because it's a hidden. And then I'm going to get more Dark Steel Ores.
Because I imagine I can probably sell the extras because people won't want to have to be patient and go get the stuff themselves. So I can sell the extra for some money. At least I hope so. But we got our Darksteel ore. Huzzah! Let's go back to Ul'dah and, against my better judgment, save Deep Canyon from his mistakes. I can't speak. Wild Gully told me all about the situation. Be sure you bring in the Darksteel ore as soon as you got it. Now, I feel this bears mentioning, but regarding how to go about obtaining the ore, may sound ridiculous, but it's exactly as Wild Gully says. In order to endure it, you'll need the endurance to survive a night in Kurthus, and the technique through the mountains to locate unspoiled mineral deposits. 12 speed your way. Actually, I've already got it. You what? Incredible, Yaranthe. Your talents are truly boundless. Hopefully these will suffice to spare Deep Canyon. Let's make haste to the inquest. Wild Gully is already on his way. Ooh, they are mad. Well, did you get a guild member to bring you Darksteel ore? 'Cause make no mistake, Deep Canyon. If you came to this inquest empty-handed, we will end you. Your time with a concern will be just a memory. Well... We have the ore right here, procured by Yaranthe Xantark of the Miners Guild.
Wait, what?
Be good, she isn't lying. This is Darksteel, and some of the finest I've ever seen. It's no ordinary miner who can find Darksteel, let alone stuff that looks this good. Seems your reputation is well earned. That said, we're hardly here to question your ability. Though I find myself wondering as to your motives. Why did you bring the ore? Ah, yes, I'd know the same. Why stick your neck out for him? He's given you nothing but trouble.
What in the seven hells are you trying to pull, little Ul'dah? I don't need anyone's pity. Yours least of all.
I'm not here to give you my pity, but to clear up the misunderstanding between us.
Misunderstanding?
Listen to me, Deep Canyon. I never wanted to become guild master. The responsibility was thrust upon me, and there was naught to be done for it. Gods, when my name was being bandied about for the position, my first instinct was to take myself out of consideration. I spoke to the guild master in private, as you say, but it wasn't to connive against you. It was to give up my claim.
You expect me to believe that?
If I had truly betrayed you back then, would I have bothered to come here?
But if that's true, then everything I've done... Oh, by the 12, we've taken this so far. You didn't want to admit defeat, Father. And Ul'dah beat you out on her own merits. You knew this in your heart, but you refused to accept it. In your pride, you convinced yourself that she betrayed you, but by doing so, you only invalidated why you were passed over for Guildmaster in the first place. Please, Father, let go of the past.
Accept that you were beaten, as I have with Yeranthe, and let's start over. You have it in you to do so, Deep Canyon, to begin anew. I know your love for mining more than anyone. If you would be willing to try again, I promise you the guild's full cooperation. Full cooperation? Are you sure about this? I would leave the past where it belongs, in the past. The guild wants someone to look forward and to continue working with the concern. Yeranthe was the biggest victim in this whole affair, yet he is willing to give Deep Canyon another chance. Well, I'm not. Yeranthe may be, but Xantok is not. He wouldn't have brought the Dark Seal or otherwise. That's well and good, but what about you? Did you really forget everything he's done? I can. Above all else, I miss my old friend and mentor. To get him back, I would forgive much and more.
Ul'dah.
Well, I'm inclined to lay this matter to rest. Any objections, say? If you're satisfied, brother, then so am I.
Then it is settled. Vice Foreman Deep Canyon, by request of the Miners Guild, you shall retain your present office at Amagina & Sons Mineral Concern. Through hard work, I trust that you'll make amends for past transgressions. Alright, anybody want pizza after that? I'm hungry.
Yeah, I could go for some. I'm full glad that it's over, Yeranthe. I'd have a word with you in private. Would you mind returning to the guild with me? No, don't make me let a field master, please. I'm too busy. I got things to do. I asked you here so that I might thank you properly. Had you not been on hand to help, Deep Canyon's career would have ended prematurely and in disgrace. Worse, I might have lost my dear friend forever. I owe you a debt that I'll likely never be able to repay. But look at you. In no time at all, you've grown into a miner who can make the earth yield up even dark steel ore, the rarest of metals. There's nothing left for me to teach you. As an adventurer, you like to find yourself in all corners of the realm. But wherever your road takes you, I want you to practice our craft for the good of all. Go well, Yeranthe, and may your toils never go unrewarded. Alright, we're getting a new pickaxe here, Mammon, with a choice of some minor exclusive equipment here. What's gonna be our best separate? Okay, yeah, that's a plus 12 to perception. That's probably gonna be the best thing. Yeah, that's plus 7 and a 3. That's 8. Yeah, we're going for the hat. Sadly, I doubt we can wear it. This concludes the minor quest for Final Fantasy XIV, Realm Reborn. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have completed the main scenario quest before the dawn. Once you have done so, the next minor quest will be available from Ul'dah. Sad, no hat for us. I do like this pickaxe though, like that is some nice